Arnie, you're going to fight the citation from last week?
Why did I know that was going to be the first question?
Get it out of the way for us.
Well, do you guys like me coming in here and just giving one-word answers? I've always been a person that will fight for what I believe in. I will fight for my players, I'll fight for my club. And I've always been a person that's had an opinion. So, in my opinion, I think it's wrong to be cited on when people assume what I said. My whole sincerity, 100% when I went into that press conference, and saying the game ended, it was criminal how the game ended, had one thing on my mind. And when people assume different things, I have text messages on my telephone of apologies from journalists who wrote it the other way, was we played for 65 minutes with 10 men. My players worked extremely hard, and to concede the way we conceded, it's not about the penalty. To concede, not in general play, but to concede by a penalty. And in my opinion, because apparently I am allowed to have an opinion, in my opinion, it was 50-50 if it was a penalty or not. And referees give them, and they don't. So he gave the penalty. You can ask my players, I never went in the dressing room and whinged about it wasn't a penalty, or it was. And I have one idea when I went in that press conference, and that was I congratulated Adelaide for winning the game. I congratulated my players for working extremely hard. I was frustrated with the loss because I felt that we deserved more. Never ever entered my mind of criticising Screbre, who I think is probably the best referee in the league. Never in my mind did I go in there and criticise anyone. So I'm disappointed that you can be publicly bashed and cited publicly on someone assuming that you've said certain words in certain ways. And I think that's wrong. But look, let's talk about football. We've got Wellington, and it's a tough game. It's a great place to go in New Zealand, to get away, and it's an easy trip, in my view, across the ditch, and we're looking forward to the game.
Let's talk about that then.
Thanks, Heavy.
How's training been this week?
Mate, it's been good, and the players are responding well. The disappointment is, after last Friday's game, is gone. You can see by the A-League, it's at the moment it's topsy-turvy. Wanderers are in a hot streak. Melbourne Victory's lost 3 in a row, and it's not easy. It's everyone is capable of beating everyone, so we have to be on our best performance on Saturday night and be ready for a very strong Wellington team at home. They've done a lot of travel, obviously, the last few weeks, playing in Auckland and then playing in Cairns. And I watched a game in Cairns, and Ernie Merrick was right in going off his brain about playing in the heat, and when you watch it, it was a very slow game and hard to analyse that type of game because there was no intensity to it. But Wellington has showed under Ernie Merrick over the last 2 years what a very good team they are and what a great job he's doing.
You've kind of mixed a couple of different combinations up front over the last few weeks. Which do you feel that's maybe worked the best with your tackle sticks?
Oh, look, it always works well when everyone's in form and everyone's out playing at their best. And it's taken time for Filip and Milos Ninkovic to settle here in Australia, like all the foreigners do, and they're getting better and better. You could see last night by Perth Glory's foreigners, they're getting better. And, so I'm confident in the ability that we've got, that we've got the quality in front of goals to score.